Maranhão, uma grande descoberta.
São Luis is a dream and a poem, a love and a fantasy. Old colonial mansions, elegant towers, and distinct emblems. Beautiful stone door frames waving corners and streets, and plazas filled with fruit trees. Although colonized by the Portuguese, the legacy of São Luis is truly multicultural. The city's historic homes form one of Latin America's most important gatherings of colonial architecture. The ensemble is listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. A truly Brazilian city, São Luis is the result of numerous influences. Originally the grand island of the Tupinambá native tribe, São Luis was founded in 1612 as France's main stronghold in the South American continent. However, in 1615, the Portuguese seized São Luis. A couple of years later, the city was conquered by the Dutch, but in 1644, the Portuguese reclaimed São Luis. With the arrival of African slaves, São Luis consolidated its deep multicultural roots, creating a rich heritage with predominant elements familiar to the many visitors of African descent. A walk through São Luis's historic center takes you to a time where luxury and wealth were depicted by colonial mansions, decorative tiles, sumptuous squares, stairways, and monuments such as the one at the Palácio dos Leões, the place of the first French fortress. In UNESCO's own words, São Luis's cultural and architectural heritage is truly unique. According to local poet Odilo Costa Filho, if you were not able to feel the soul of the city during your stay, you really cannot say you have experienced São Luis. You cannot know São Luis without taking a walk through the city's historic streets, wandering up its hills and stairways, and appreciating the colonial buildings which the state government rebuilt and are mostly concentrated in the neighborhoods of Praia Grande, Desterro, and Portinho. Your trip should start at Rua do Trapiche, beginning at Casa do Maranhão. The first stop, at Mercado das Artes, will allow you to enjoy the rich local arts and crafts production, ranging from hats to towels to decorative objects, all made with indigenous fibers and materials. Next to the Mercado, you'll find the Morada das Artes, where painters, sculptors, and many other artists live, work, and display their creations. From Trapiche, you'll arrive at Rua Portugal, which assembles an alluring ensemble of historic buildings full of rich architectural details and decorated with tiles in a multitude of designs and colors. Special attention should be given to the Casa de Nhozinho, a part of the Centro de Cultura Popular Domingos Vieira Filho. There you'll find hundreds of objects portraying traditional popular celebrations, local handicraft, and other cultural manifestations. If you'd like to go a little deeper into the local spirit, stop at Feira da Praia Grande, a traditional market where you'll be able to find a wide range of local products like chiquita, a local liquor made from manioc, and love potions, pastries, and tropical fruits. You'll also meet locals eager to tell you all about the city, its people, legends, and mysteries. A place not to miss is the Centro de Cultura Popular on Rua do Giz, where you'll find exhibits about the most important cultural manifestations of Maranhão. At Rua da Estrela, you'll be surprised by the architecture of the João do Vale Theater and the Lila Lisboa School of Music, housed in a beautiful three-story colonial building. Besides, there's still the Solar dos Vasconcelos, or the Vasconcelos family manor, definitely a unique jewel of beauty, grandeur, and majesty of the days gone by. From Praia Grande, let's go to Desterro. Instead of tall buildings, we will encounter houses where residents usually sit outside along the sidewalks. The citizens are very proud of their church, which was destroyed during the Dutch invasion and completely restored by José de Lé with the help from local residents. It was also from the Convento das Mercês that the famous priest Antônio Vieira delivered some of his most famous sermons. By sunset, the scenery is magical. The Centro Histórico becomes the center of the city's nightlife, with bars, restaurants, cinemas, and theaters filled with people and full of life. Parque dos Lençóis. Along the northern coast of Maranhão, you'll find all the beauty of a living paradise, the Parque dos Lençóis, next to the city of Barreirinhas. Nature here is always changing, creating a wonderful scenery of contrast and beauty. The dunes are in constant movement. The sand follows the rhythm of the winds. The crystal-clear lakes formed by rainfall create the beauty of the Lagoa Azul. The dense vegetation, the Preguiças River, and the ocean that spreads along the coast provide a livelihood to local inhabitants. From the top of the Mandacaru Farol, one can admire all the majesty of the Parque dos Lençóis, deserts and oases, water and vegetation, the sky and the ocean. A unique and spectacular view full of light and color. The Delta das Américas is truly a show of natural magic and beauty. The delta is formed by the Parnaíba River. Small islands, streams, dunes, and beaches are the images of a beauty no words can describe. Uncountable native species and incredibly rich and diverse ecosystems complete the region's stunning natural beauty. The Ilha do Caju is a good example of this rich and striking region. In this little paradise, armadillos, birds, and turtles thrive among the wetlands, valleys, dunes, and forests. The delta is also an example of the region's harmonious coexistence between humans and nature. São Luis. In Maranhão, nature's beauty will always surprise you. Surrounded by rivers and two bays, the shores of São Luis are an invitation for you to relax and enjoy yourself. São Jose de Ribamar, a small town close to São Luis, is an important religious center. Thousands of residents from all over the state come to celebrate the city's patron saint in one of Maranhão's most famous and traditional popular celebrations. Dozens of monuments and ruins, Alcantara is yet another site of great architectural and historic relevance. The legend says that the city was once groomed to receive Brazil's Emperor Dom Pedro II. For some reason, the royal visit never happened, although it is still celebrated every year with music, food, and a royal parade in a popular event called Festa do Divino. Alcantara, you'll also find one of the nation's most important archaeological sites, the Ilha do Cajual, a research center for hundreds of prehistoric species. There, paleontologists study recently discovered dinosaur fossils. The site of these discoveries will be a focus of activities for the Maranhão State Museum of Natural History and Archaeology. Chapada das Mesas. In southwestern Maranhão, you'll meet all the beauty of the Cerrado savannas. The Chapada das Mesas is an invitation to enjoy nature and adventure. In the middle of a landscape full of surprises, you'll find hiking trails, caves, streams of crystal clear water, and rocky hills that are veritable natural sculptures. The local waterfalls are the most popular tourist sites, especially the Romão, Prata, and Cocao cascades. And in the nearby city of Carolina, you'll find the region's biggest attractions. The Pedra Caída waterfall, dropping over 50 meters into a breathtaking lake. At Morro das Figuras, a 3-hour drive from Carolina, you'll be able to marvel at a historic inscription on stone left by past generations. Recently discovered, these inscriptions are currently being studied by archaeologists so as to be included in the permanent collection of the Maranhão State Museum of Natural History and Archaeology. The Floresta dos Guarás is part of the Amazon rainforest and a major sanctuary for migratory birds in the region. In the middle of the tropical forest, you'll find one of the world's largest wetland areas, an incredible landscape of pristine nature. You'll be able to enjoy unique experiences such as the colorful ballet created by the Guarás moving in perfect harmony. The Mayaú archipelago is an ideal place to take a tour and experience the local landscape in the region's typical means of transportation. Mayaú offers its visitors a very special surprise, Ilhas dos Lençóis, a dream place of sand, peace, and myths. It is said that the island is home of Dom Sebastião, the heroic king of Portugal, brought back to earth in the figure of a sacred bull. The Floresta dos Guarás is also a stage for year-long cultural events. Tambor de crioula, boi de costa de mão, and dança do Congo are some of the typical local manifestations still cherished by the locals.
Anago no azuelo, ogusoro, latibere, latigibai. Hey, ho, get out of the hoiva. Hey, hey, pra, paja, paja, hade kumba, yo, digi. Oh, yeah, yeah,
Tupã-Remimonhã, or God's will, as the natives of the Tupi Indian nation used to say. Urubu-Caapó, Guajajara, Timbira, Guajá, Canela, Gavião, Catijê, and Cricati. More than 12,000 native Indians live in Maranhão's 14 reservations located between the Alto Turiaçu and the region of Barra do Corda and Porto Franco in an area of nearly 2,000 hectares. A rich legacy filled with beliefs and values was passed to us from our first inhabitants, a heritage which continues to be an integral part of our people's traditions and culture. Carutapera, Juruá, Tacuruba, Maracá, Tucum, Buriti. These villages bear remnants of past civilizations whose history we continuously rediscover.
Aforigi Bumba-meu-boi, Mojiuba, Are, Bobo, Tinuara, Lufandei, Massinoku, Acovonuco, Ago.
Fanti Ashantis, Congos, Angolas, JJs, Yorubas, Nagos, Bantus. From Africa to the rice, cotton, and sugarcane fields. As Brazil's third largest concentration of African descendants, Maranhão assembles a wide variety of rituals and rhythms, some of which over 200 years old. Preto Zé de Lé from Desterro, Nhayansan slaves, the Balaio José Gonçalves, Catarina Mina. Each legend and each personality illustrates the history of our people's glory. Forever loyal to their roots and homeland, from the Africans we've learned to respect their orishas and religious rituals. Through the stories passed from generation to generation, we know that the Nagôs were the first Africans to arrive here. They came in groups and congregated at the Casa de Nagô Abiotô. The Casa de Nagô was founded on January 1st, 1792, and is still open to this date. In Maranhão, boating is a long-standing tradition. Traditional vessel structures are built with ingenious techniques acquired over generations. Some of these techniques are taught at the naval school located at Sítio do Tamancão. Mestres, calafates, pintores, and veleiros are some of the occupations in the local boating industry. They are time-honored crafts that require limitless patience and respect for the past. With the help of the Naval School, now all these skills are conducted with dignity. According to Mestre Pedro Alcantara, boats are sometimes built crooked to float right in the water. A lesson from an expert, a secret of the sea. Each part of the boat is made carefully with attention to every detail. Craftsmen bear in mind that their work will provide food, transportation, and a better livelihood for thousands of people. Maranhão's boats come in many shapes and sizes. Canoa costeira, bote, biana, igarité, boião, casquinho, gambarra, rabeta, iate, biana com casaril. Each vessel has its own history and identity. Each adapts itself to the type of water on which it travels. Mar revolto, baía, rios, furos, igarapés, and lagoas. Along Maranhão's coast, the horizon constantly outlines the shapes of these boats and reflects the colors of their sails.
Maranhão, a place that is different, unique, a land of many secrets that mix colors, culture, history, sounds, and nature. A secret that is expressed by its natural heritage, rich, diverse, and preserved, and is spread throughout different regions of the state, different settings, each one hiding incredible ecological treasures. The Parque dos Lençóis is a desert of white dunes and thousands of clear freshwater lakes. A mirage, a dream, a unique experience in a panorama unlike any other in the world. The Delta das Americas opens to form multiple arms, islands, rivers, and magnificent scenery, and provides a haven for one of Brazil's most impressive concentrations of biodiversity that can be appreciated in ecotourism centers of great beauty. The Floresta dos Guarás is another explosion of life and nature. It is the migratory route of countless birds. This environmental paradise is the gateway to the Amazon forest, making it possible to visit dozens of islands shrouded in mystery and legends. The Chapada das Mesas offers options of leisure and adventure in the midst of waterfalls and breathtaking scenery. It is an unforgettable sight, created by the colors and natural riches of the Brazilian plains. The entrance to this marvelous ecological paradise is the tourist center formed by the city of São Luis, a heritage of humanity, and Alcantara, a monument city. A journey into the history of Brazil, of the world. São Luis is halfway between the north and the northeast. It is linked by daily flights from the cities of the northeast, as well as Brazil's other main capitals. The complete plan for the development of tourism in Maranhão assures the investments needed for the infrastructure and improvement of the quality of the services that are generating a growth of tourism that benefits the community, attracts the investors, guarantees preservation of the environment and the culture, and the complete satisfaction of the tourist. Satisfaction that is found also in the typical cuisine of Maranhão, based on fish and seafood, and on the originality of the local handicraft. Another secret of Maranhão is there are festivities here during the entire year. There are dozens of manifestations of the Maranhão culture, a product of the mixture of the white, native Indian, and Negro races that gave origin to one of the richest, liveliest, and most original cultural expressions of Brazil, Maranhão, the land of secrets and extraordinary natural beauty. Come to see, to know, and to live in Maranhão.
Maranhão tem segredos que só você mesmo pode descobrir. Descobrir um segredo. Maranhão tem segredos. Segredos. Descobrir os segredos. Segredos. Maranhão de segredos. Segredos.